Today, we're live at Half Door Brewing Company in the heart of downtown San Diego. We're telling stories that matter and introducing you to some of San Diego's finest people. So put your party pants on and let's have some fun. I'm Claire McKee. Welcome to The Know. Please help me welcome my first guest with Urban Pacific San Diego Realty, Mr. Michael Chias. Mike, how are you?
Hi Claire. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. You saw the sign out front, didn't you?
Yes, I'm ready for one.
So we're here at Half Door Brewing, and they've got the hops for us. That's what they're all about, and we are definitely going to have a drink after this. I will hold you to that. Thanks so much for being here.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you.
So we're going to have some fun and get to know you a little bit better today.
Oh boy.
I know, you're in the hot seat.
Yes.
But first, I didn't tell you this, so I'm springing this on him right now. When you come on the show, you have to share a fun fact about yourself.
Oh, boy.
I know. So what's something that people may not know about you? What's something you want to share with our audience?
Well, I'm a water boy.
You're a water boy.
I'm a local guy that loves the water. Diving, snorkeling, wakeboarding, surfing, paddleboarding.
You name it.
You name it.
So you've done just about every water sport in San Diego. And you were pretty much born and raised here, right?
Well, my friends won't say so, but yes, I think diapers separated us.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, your friends are not playing because
No,
you
they're
told
not
me
nice.
you did kindergarten here, right?
Yes.
Okay, and they're like, you're not a local.
Not local.
I don't know what that says for me coming from Ohio. I'm like, I've been here for almost a decade. That should count as something,
Right?
but not to your friends' standards.
No, absolutely not.
Understood. What's your favorite water
sad.
sport? What gets you out there?
Surfing.
Yeah.
Surfing, that transitioned into paddleboarding, and a lot of the surfers won't like that. But I do still surf, so.
Yeah.
But yes, just being in the water.
Oh my gosh. For someone, like I said, coming from the Midwest, the water scares me just a little bit. Like
Right.
I'll get out there, but not past where I can touch.
Right.
How do you overcome that fear? Like you're not in your head when you're out there. You're just like, this is what it is.
It's always in my head.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
so
I'm
it
not
is.
gonna lie.
Okay. No, thank you.
It is, but since surfing since 14, being about to be 51, I can't really say I've seen anything that would eat me.
Deter you from
Yes.
getting back in?
There's been some experiences, but nothing I set my eyes on.
Okay, and while we're on the water sport topic, you did share that you had been to Greece and you've actually been snorkeling in Greece as well.
I have, yes.
But that it
my
was
heritage.
like a little bit disappointing?
The sea seems to be sort of dead. There's anchovies, and I saw an octopus out of hours of being in the water. I don't know if that's changed over 20 years, but I would guess not.
That is so fascinating to me.
The water's beautiful.
The water's beautiful.
Water.
If anybody knows what's going on with the wildlife in Greece, like please
Yeah,
let us know.
help us out.
We would love to know
Right?
why nothing is living there.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about your business, Urban Pacific San Diego Realty.
Yes.
How long have you been in real estate? How did this journey begin for you?
Oh boy, I've been in real estate for 22 years now.
Okay.
I actually started in downtown San Diego. I used to be able to say I was the youngest, longest standing realtor in downtown, but now being 51, that's kind of out the window. Worked for a large developer, and I was fortunate enough to work on the Treo and La Vida communities, and ended up selling the Breeza community, which is a block from the Star of India. And my business, I bought the commercial space and opened up right as the recession was kind of finishing up, and took a leap of faith to enter into the resale business after my developer, after a 13-year career, decided to re-entrench in Vancouver.
So I just want to make sure I heard you correctly. You bought your building where you're at right now, right?
Yes, bought the space in the building, yes.
Okay, during the recession though.
2012, I'm calling it the recession, yes.
Yeah, we were just maybe starting to work our way out
Kinda
of
to
it.
come
Like
out of
maybe
it.
a little bit.
Saw a glimmer, no, not really.
Were
Didn't
people
even see a
like,
glimmer of light.
Mike, what are you doing? Are you crazy? Like,
Yes, I think my mom was the first one to say, hey, look, there's no parking here. And I walked outside the doors and said, but look at all the beautiful condos surrounding me. She said, boy, I hope you're right. And we went from there with a leap of faith, and it's turned out well.
Okay, tell me, take me back to that time though. What was downtown like 20 years ago?
Ooh, 36 listings on the market on any given day.
Wow, 36.
So, I mean, we had no inventory, unfounded. When I was a kid, Port Plaza came into town, and I thought to myself, the Point Loma mothers and the La Jolla mothers are not coming downtown to shop in this mall. But however, his vision persevered, and our city has grown up.
Yeah, well, and I think that you have been a visionary in your own right, in that you did buy in 2012. Things were very different at that time. And now look at what downtown has become, and especially near the Star of India. And I mean, oh my goodness, what a place you want to be.
Oh, we're excited. I mean, the whole Manchester Hyatt development, we have the Brigantine showing up on the waterfront. Just in general, the new Savina community, which is a new home sales building with all the exercise facilities in the bottom of it coming in.
Sure.
We're pumped. I mean, it's going to be beautiful.
So for somebody who's sort of like, downtown, I don't know if that's my vibe, like what really draws you? What do you love most about downtown, Mike?
Oh, just the life. Every day, being able to get out front, walk out, enjoy the waterfront, go to your local restaurants like this.
Yeah.
I don't get out much, and this place is amazing.
I love it because it really is the best of both worlds. You're super close to the water. We're really fortunate and unique in that sense here in San Diego, but you still have that city life. There's new bars and restaurants and things to do on every corner.
Every day it seems like new things are showing up, and the plans for the East Village here are amazing.
Yeah.
So watch what happens here in the next 5 years. It's going to be spectacular.
Kidding.
Very exciting.
So you have the pleasure of selling and helping people buy their dream homes here in downtown. What is one thing you want people to know about what it's like when they work with Mike Chias?
I treat every sale and transaction if it were me buying or selling the property. I'm extremely hands-on. I'm not going to give all my secrets away to my competitors, but my numbers speak for themselves.
Sure.
But I'm hands-on. I'm in the office every day. I believe working from the office is where things happen. I'm able to train and help people learn the business, and just being there every day and working hard and working as if it were my own transaction.
Yeah, and you have a team of people you lead as well, helping others do that.
I do. You know, we were really fortunate. We ranked 8 out of 10 in big businesses, in corporations, and we're the only mom and pop's real estate office left.
Congrats!
So I'm pumped on that.
So you're against all the big brokers out there.
They're
and
all
you guys
big.
Are holding it down.
Right. They've got 60, 80, hundreds of agents, and we have 4.
I love it. So when you're not working, Mike, if you're not on the water, where are you? What do you like to do?
Well, there's San Diego offers so much. We have just outside of our boundaries, we have the Colorado River, the desert, Glamis, Ocotillo Wells. San Bernardino's been a favorite spot of ours. In specific, Lake Arrowhead, we have a home there.
Okay.
And then Baja. I mean, it's right 20 minutes away. I'm in Rosarito Beach, surfing some of my favorite spots since a young man.
Can't beat it. Well, who better to help you navigate America's finest city than somebody who's been here for almost your entire lifetime? Almost. I say
almost.
Not your whole life.
No, I
almost.
can't claim it. I would be in deep trouble. But growing up in Point Loma and then living in Mount Helix and having my business downtown for over 20 years, doesn't get much better.
You've got it covered. You know the city. Well, Mike, thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with us.
Pleasure.
We're going to have some beer and hang out a little bit.
All
so
right.
stick with us, okay?
No, I look forward
Good
to it.
See you, Mike.
Thank you. Okay.
Please help me welcome my next guest, Reilly Edwards with HomeGuard Pest Control. But wait, HomeGuard Pest Control, Reilly, I haven't heard anybody ever say HomeGuard Pest Control, so I'm just going to call myself out.
Yeah.
People know you by WeDoCreepy.com, right?
That's right. Most people know us by our URL. In fact, most people call us the Creepy Guys now instead of HomeGuard. So we still have that there, but most people know us by the URL, WeDoCreepy.com.
Most people would be like, I don't think I want to be known as the Creepy Guys, but this is your brand. Like, you guys are rocking it.
Yeah, we're unashamed of being the Creepy Guys. And in fact, we tell people all the time, you'll never be so glad that a creepy guy showed up to your house.
I love it. So you have to tell us, where did this branding idea come from? How did you decide on creepy?
Well, it was me and a friend that got together, and mostly it was his idea. I thought he was crazy, but I like having fun, and I think that I like to do things differently. And it just kind of got hatched one day, and he said, this is what you're going to do. We did it, and it ended up being a great decision. Everybody loves the branding. And really, like at the end of the day, why not have fun and make people happy? That's what we want to do.
Completely. And I mean, pest control isn't exactly super sexy or exciting, so we might as well have some fun with it, right?
I mean, what are you talking about? Not sexy, right? But like, yeah, it's not. And so I've had a lot of people like, finally somebody has actually made it kind of fun. And that's what we want to do. We want to do good work. We want to make it fun, and we want people to be happy. That's what we want to do.
Yeah. Is that kind of your value proposition, what you say really really
Yeah,
differentiates
have fun
you.
and make people happy. When you walk into our office, it says that, Home Guard, where we have fun and we make people happy. And that's what I say to all my staff. All my staff buys into it. And when you call our place, you'll hear the enthusiasm in their voice that they want people to have fun and be happy.
Well, and I respect that just from a creativity standpoint, because you're getting outside of the box. I mean, you could just be doing pest control, right?
Yeah.
You show up, we'll spray your stuff, and we move on. But you guys have
Yeah.
completely created this amazing culture and environment for everybody that works with you.
Yeah, we call that like the spray and pray proposition, right? Where guys are like, I'll just go spray and hopefully all their bugs go away.
Yeah.
But what we really want to do is we want to do something meaningful that, like, we have a good influence or impression on our customers, and then we also want to make sure that we do great work.
Yeah.
Excellent work.
That's how they keep coming back, right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
And the mustache. Did this just happen by default because you rock a mustache? Right?
Yeah, I can grow a mustache, and having facial hair is a prerequisite for being Canadian.
Yeah.
So being Canadian, I've got to represent that. My wife actually hates it, I've got to be honest.
Does
but
she?
Sorry, honey, it's on all of my shirts, all of my cars. It's part of the branding, and so I'm the creepy guy.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so you're Canadian.
Yes.
How did we end up in the US?
Well, I have a wife that's a dual citizen, and married her and came down to the States for college, got married, and that's the story.
That's
really.
it.
I stayed down here, love it down here. My wife wanted to get away from the cold, and San Diego was the best spot. So we started a company here 10 years ago, and here we are.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. So when you're not working, when you're not being extra creepy, but I mean, you are your brand, so I'm just gonna throw it out there, like you're probably always just a little creepy.
I'm
right?
always creeping it real, you know?
Always creeping it real. Where can we find you? What do you like to do?
So I love to ski and I love to golf, and I got 4 kids. So I have kids from 5 years old to 13 years old.
You're busy.
And so if I'm not with my kids, then I'm either skiing or golfing, and if I'm not doing that, I'm at work. So I got a busy life.
Yeah. Okay, and I didn't ask you at the beginning, but you have to share a fun fact about yourself, so.
Well, one fun fact is I am Canadian, and my whole life was, when I was younger, revolved around the sport of judo. So I was on the Canadian national team doing judo. It's like kind of like jiu-jitsu,
Yeah.
right? And I did that for a lot of years and was on the Canadian national team for a number of years.
Dang!
So, yeah.
Okay, so don't mess with Reilly.
Yeah, well, I mean, I am 160 pounds and 5'7.5", even though I lie about being 5'8". So I mean, I can do some damage, but I'm not the biggest bruiser you've ever seen. That's
I
for
mean,
sure.
you don't need the biggest bruiser on your team, though. Like, if a little scuffle breaks out, you just need someone who knows what's going on.
Yeah, I'm intense, and I like to mess around. So yeah, that's what I did for my whole life, though.
Well,
That's
Reilly,
good.
any last thoughts? Anything else we should know about WeDoCreepy.com? What do you want
Well,
people to remember?
The biggest thing we want to do is want to make sure that all my employees treat every one of our customers like it's their mom, right? That's what we always say in our meetings. We want to make sure we do the right service for people. And typically, if you can envision doing service for your mom, hey, this is my mom's place, this is what I would tell my mom to do,
Yeah.
you typically do the right thing.
So
unless
true.
you're a terrible person.
Yeah.
And we don't have any terrible people working there. And so if people want to have a company that's going to be honest, and that's going to be kind of like the family mechanic, but for
Yeah.
bugs, and is going to do only what you need, you really, really need to get that car back on the road, nothing more, nothing less, then we're that company.
Yeah, and I can attest to that because we actually stopped by earlier this week and met the entire team, and there really is a vibe about that place. I heard a bunch of the guys on the phone, and they really do sound like they're talking to their mothers, like no BS. You can sense the kindness in their hearts. Like, they are so calm and helpful, and I was like, they're doing things differently here.
Yeah,
They really are.
our people believe what they're doing, and,
Yeah.
and so it's not just talk. Like, our
Yeah.
guys actually do it, and talking about it and doing it are 2 different things, right?
Completely.
And so every single day when they come into our office, they're hit with stuff on the wall, they're hit with it in meetings, that we do what we would do at our mom's place, and that's because we believe that treating our customers properly and treating them like they're our own family
Yeah.
is really the way to do business.
It's how you do it. Well, Reilly,
Yeah.
it's been a pleasure. Thanks so much for sharing about yourself and the business.
Great.
What's going on? We're back and we're still at Half Door Brewing Company in the heart of downtown, just a moment away from Petco Park. And we're actually back with Brooklyn. She is one of the brewers here at Half Door, and you're gonna school us on what we've got going on here.
Yeah.
But first, I want to talk a little bit about the history of this place because it is such a unique, it's literally a house. I mean, what's the history? Tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, so it was originally built in 1904. It was a townhouse. It was divided right here where these like glass bottles are. You
Okay.
can't see them, but and I guess it was just a really beautiful space. Stacy and Dan saw it. They bought it up in 2015, so 5 years ago. We just celebrated that 5-year anniversary last week. Yeah, so it was, I believe, a coffee shop in between the house and there was a couple other things in here.
Okay.
And
Are
then
you brewing on site here?
Yeah, so we brew right like behind me.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
so it's a double-decker brew space, super fun to work in, super small, but we make it work really well.
Yeah, and how did you get into brewing in the first place?
So I started out in wine industry. I was working up in Oregon, and then I moved to San Diego, and there's not a lot of wine right here.
Yeah.
And so
Gotta
it's
go to like Temecula
yeah,
for that, right?
Yeah, or Mexico, but
True.
you know. And so it was one of those, what do I want to do? How can I use that fermentation science knowledge? And then it was distilling or brewing. And I found this place, shot Stacy an email, and she's like, come in. So
Yes.
yeah, now I'm here. It's really fun.
I'm all about the girl power, so I'm like, yeah, like women in beer, like this is cool.
Yeah.
So did you take part in helping make these that we have here today?
I helped to make 2 of them. So
Okay.
one was the Back at It, which will be in the third one we'll try, and
Okay.
then the last one is about the Northeast.
Okay, so
Yeah.
tell us what we have in front of us and which one should we start with?
Okay, so you're gonna start on your left. That is gonna be our Coleman Stout. So
Okay.
it's pretty much like a Guinness. So it's like dry stout, but it's on nitro. So it's that Irish like pub. You'll get a little bit of that chocolate, that creaminess, and that,
Okay.
that creaminess comes from being on nitro.
Let's cheers.
On
Cheers.
nitro?
Only
On
right.
nitro.
Oh my. What's nitro?
So typically beers are served on like a CO2 gas to keep them carbonated, but the nitro is a finer gas, so it creates those smaller bubbles. So if you look at the headspace of it, there's actually like finer bubbles on it, so it gives it more of a creamy mouthfeel.
So smooth.
Yeah.
See, we're learning things,
Whoa.
Mike. That was a great question. I'm gonna keep you
And
around.
I can answer it.
Yes, he's like, now what is nitro? Okay, so this is delicious. I actually really like Guinness. I don't
Yeah.
like. I feel like people kind of turn their nose up to that.
This
but,
is better though.
Oh,
so.
it's way better, way better. But I'm like, I could drink this.
Yeah, it's good.
It really is.
Yeah.
Okay,
Enjoy
that's
it.
delicious. Okay, so that's you would think would be like the darkest and the heaviest, but it's actually is it?
It's gonna be the darkest.
It is the
heavy-
darkest
yeah,
and the heaviest.
yeah.
So we're gonna work our way down.
Yeah.
So what's
So now we're gonna hop over to a blonde. So this is gonna be our Father Ted Belgian blonde. This is pretty much a house staple. We always have it.
Okay.
It's constantly on tap. It's gonna be a little bit of a light beer. It's gonna be nice and citrusy though.
okay? So this is like what you want if you're going to Petco, you know, for the day, like a light beer.
We're hopping.
Yeah, we're hopping. I got my new co-host here. He doesn't know it yet, but it's going down.
hopping along.
We're hopping right along.
Yeah, this will have more of those hop profiles that you're known
Okay.
for in a beer, but it's still that easy, crisp
That's
light beer. Yeah.
Very nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're a light beer drinker, that's your go-to.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, I'm an IPA gal though.
Okay, so we're gonna hop into some of those. Like that? Okay, so the next one we've got, it's called Back at It. So it's our attempt at doing like an old style, typical bitter,
Okay.
like focusing more on those IBUs in the hop profiles for those IPAs.
Did you say IBUs?
International Bitterness Unit.
Sure.
Yeah. So that's pretty much just gonna give you more of that like traditional, like 5-10 years ago IPA style.
I love that it's back at it. Like, look back at it. What?
Yeah.
What do you think of that one?
That's good.
It's
Yeah.
good.
I like that a lot.
Do you have a favorite so far?
Yeah, back at it.
That's
But
typical.
I think I'm headed this way.
We're right back at it. I
Yeah.
have a feeling this is gonna be my favorite one too because
It's a little
I
hazy.
love a hazy.
Yeah.
A little
So this
hazy.
is another typical one that we've got. It's our Northeast IPA, and so it's obviously a little bit more hazy. It does have a little bit more of that citrus, that hop profile. We actually use the word dank in our description on that, so it's really good.
This is dank, okay.
It's a very fast seller, so a lot of people, if we have a table of like 5 people, at least 4 of them are ordering this.
Okay, so let's talk from a traditional IPA. What makes an IPA hazy?
So filtering or not filtering. So we don't actually filter on site here, but we use a different fining agent that'll drop out all of the hops. And so this just has a little bit less of that. And so it just has more like hop profiling when we're brewing as well. And so we'll do like a dry hop of it after it's finished brewing. So that way it adds more of that
Okay.
flavoring. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, let's cheers because this is our last one.
Gonna definitely need a chemistry degree to say that again.
I'm just looking at her like, yes, that
right,
sounds
okay.
good. IBU, ABU, whatever acronyms.
We all love those acronyms.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Oh, yeah.
Refreshing, crisp, good. Got some citrus, got some fruit.
What's the name of this one again?
That is the Northeast IPA.
Northeast IPA. Yeah, this sample is not going to last. I'm definitely
That
going
one's disappearing.
to... Brooklyn, thank you so much
Yeah,
for taking the
of
time to
course.
share about Half Door Brewing as well as the delicious beer that you guys are serving here today. Really quickly, I just want to give a shout out because you did just celebrate your 5th anniversary.
We did.
And honestly, this is coming out after the fact, and I'm a little brokenhearted, but y'all are going to have to come back here. They just had their 5th anniversary, and we're giving away $5 growlers. Well, they weren't giving them away. $5 for a whole growler of beer. Growler. So
Yeah.
we're going to have to come back for the 6th anniversary and fill up because they're on to something here.
Right, absolutely.
Guys, it's been so much fun.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. This has been The Know. I'm Claire McKee, and we'll see you next time.